New to medical device sales meetup in Tampa, Florida, September 7th. Come join us where you're going to be networking with other individuals looking to break into medical device sales, with reps that are already in medical device sales that have had success in medical device sales. And it's just a time for community. We have our current and past people from new to medical device sales. They get to meet each other in person. We go over different things we're seeing in the industry, and it's a time for you all to network and meet other like-minded individuals. And this is our time where we make it family-like you're gonna see from past events that we've done. So come, mark your calendars, come learn more about medical device sales, how to stand out, how to break into an amazing industry, and how to be a top performer in medical device sales. If you have any questions, click the link below to find out more information. And I can't wait to see you in Tampa, Florida on September 7th.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to take a moment to just say thank you for all of the support, to everyone who's been sending us the messages. It's been truly amazing. Just had one yesterday someone I talked to a year ago who broke in and just told us how helpful we were on that call. It's truly the best. And I just want to say thank you for all of the support. I'm so glad our content has continued to provide you all value. And if you guys are ever looking to learn more, you guys can always find us on LinkedIn at Jacob McLaughlin or New to Medical Device Sales. But it's honestly so much fun seeing the success we've had. I'm actually really excited. We just ran our new numbers that I've been telling you, and we will be making an announcement about that because it's actually a pretty big change and in a very positive manner for all of you. So I think you will all like it, especially financially. Just to let you guys know where our average person's coming in. So we will be making an announcement about that here soon. But if you guys are really interested in breaking into medical device sales, like I said, you guys can follow us and reach out to us on LinkedIn. You guys also can click the link down below just to learn more about what we do and how we've been able to help thousands of people break into medical device sales. We also have an exciting announcement on that front coming forward. So there's just a lot of cool things that are happening here at New to Medical Device Sales. Really can't wait to share all the exciting announcements with you all. But I just want to continue to say thank you for all the support, because without you all, we wouldn't be here. And I absolutely know that. I just want you guys to know, hopefully you guys continue to get value. Hopefully I can make you laugh. Hopefully I can have you see things a little different. But my goal every single day is to continue to provide you as much value in life. As of right now, in this course and in this podcast, our average person is breaking in about 8.2 weeks at $94,478. Again, that will have a cool change here for you guys all when I announce all of our new numbers, which I'm excited for. But I just want you guys to know, if you guys are really interested in breaking in medical device sales, we can help you. We've been able to do it. We just got one of our guys hired in 3 weeks at $145,000. Big shout out to Liam. It's a lot of fun of what we do. So we have a great episode for you today, and I hope it's really encouraging for you all. Welcome back to New to Medical Device Sales. I am your host, Jacob McLaughlin, and today we are coming to give you guys some value, hopefully give you guys some real talk, and hopefully give you guys something that you're going to be able to take into your interviews that are going to be extremely helpful. Why I'm making this episode, I've been getting on a lot of calls with you guys lately. The one thing that I continue to hear, I had an interview, I'm doing great. I lost an interview, I'm doing great. I've been in 2 or 3 interview processes, but lost them, so I'm doing great. And the reason I want to come on here is I love being able to talk to people, and I love being able to talk to confident human beings. But lately, it's like I've gotten all these confident human beings who are like, I just got 19th place, but I'm doing awesome. And the real truth for you all that I wanted to just reset you guys all on is if you are not winning med device sales, you are losing. And that is becoming the first loser, second loser, 18th loser, and then you're bragging about it. Because the reason I'm saying this is, again, I got on multiple calls last week where someone's like, no, I think I'm doing all right on my own. I'm like, great, how long you been trying to break in? And they're like, well, only 3-4 months. And I'm like, great, we just got Liam hired in 3 weeks at over 140K. Oh, we got Delaney, we got all these people hired in under 6 weeks at over 100 and some K. And they're like, yeah, but I'm still doing good after 5 months. And, I've had 2 interview processes. And it's like, did you win them? And they're like, no, but, and it's like, okay. When I have people who've told me they've been trying for 3, 4, 5+ months, and you guys haven't even made it to a final round interview, again, let me just make this really clear. That is the equivalent of you getting 19th place and you're bragging, you're taking a picture of it and posting it on your social media and be like, got 19th. And there's 22 people that went to the race. That's not that good. But you all in medical device sales hear how hard it is to get an interview. So the fact that you just got an interview, you're like, oh my God, I must be the best in the world. Holy crap, watch out, world. And again, we get all these like past athletes. I just talked to another guy. Literally, he slid into my DMs this last week of the fact of he's like, I got on a call with him 3-4 months ago, and he's like, I'm all in. I'm going to do it. I promise. I'm a hard worker. I'm a hustler. Ghost. 4 months later, slides back into my DMs. Hey, man, I think I want to do it now and all the stuff. And I'm like, great. And I was like, it's just extremely competitive. He's like, no worries. I'm competitive. I'm like, great. You've wasted 4 months of your life. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to now go try to do it on your own. I'll talk to you in 6 months. You're going to tell me it's impossible because you don't know what you're doing. Everyone wants to be like, oh, I'm going to do it on my own. And I've literally had people, and I said this before, but I want you all to hear it. I've literally done interviews and I've done calls with people, and they're like, I would much rather take 12 to 14 months, do it on my own, and make only $60,000 so I can tell everyone I did it on my own instead of doing a program such as yours and breaking in under 2 months at over 100 grand. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, just so you know, you have a lot of ego, and that ego is the reason you will never be very successful. And I need you guys to hear my heart for that real quick. Because if you're more okay with making 40 plus K less, taking 12 plus more months, and then once you get in, you still don't know what you're doing, all you're doing is wasting 12, 24, 36 months, aka 3 years of your life. Right? We just got Delaney hired at over 120K starting out. There's been people in our course 3 weeks, just did it. 3 weeks, 145K. So now they make literally 3 times the amount of money you're going to make. They did it in 3 weeks instead of 15, 14 months. So they literally saved over a year. And by the time you even get hired, they're actually going to have the year of experience, make the money, and they're going to go somewhere else. It doesn't make much sense because let me just sit here and tell you that's the equivalent of you guys all understand having a coaches and talking to people when you're in sports. Oh yeah, I have a coach. Why? Because they played in the league or they did stuff and they can help you and they just save you time and money. They just save you time and hard work. But all of you guys come into the business world and you're like, well, I'll just figure it out. And it's like, will you? Because you're going up against people I'm coaching. Who wins? You, who doesn't even know the difference between a clinical specialist and a full line rep or an associate sales rep or a hiring manager, or my person that I've been a top 10 performer and I'm coaching them. But you guys don't think about it that way. You're like, well, I'm going to just figure it out. And like the honest to God truth is if that's how you guys always feel is like you're going to figure it out. Now, I'm not saying come do my program. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying go look for help, go be open to it because I continue to hear all these extremely confident human beings. I've never done it, but you did it, but I'll figure it out. And it's like, you won't grind for 6 months nonstop, work 12, 14-hour days, get on calls at 5 a.m. and go till 9 p.m. that night. You just won't. Y'all say you will. And you might do it for a day or two, but you won't do it consistently. And that's what people miss. And so the reason I just wanted to make today's podcast is because I'm getting on a lot of calls, and hopefully this is just a check for a lot of human beings that you all think you're better than you actually are. You all think because you got 1 or 2 interviews, you're the best thing than sliced bread. And you don't know the difference between how an interview is happening at Stryker or at Medtronic or at J&J or at Intuitive. You don't know the difference of any of them. But yeah, you're going to figure it out. Let me just save you all some time. You know what you can't do in the top companies in the world? Wing it. You don't even have a lot of times the clinical or the sales experience they're looking for. But you now have people that have worked at other companies that want to work at those big companies who have more experience, more clinical. They might be even 10 years in the industry. That's who you're going up against. But you, because you're some great person, because you got 1 interview before, is going to be able to wing it and figure it out and beat that person and come in at over 6 figures. I hope you do. But I just am sitting here telling you guys what I hear on a daily basis and what I see on a daily basis. So what I would sit here and tell you is continue to go find people who you can help. Hopefully these podcasts, we have 200 plus at this point. We have days in the life of being a rep, days in the life of being a manager, day in the life of helping people break in. We just try to put out content to help you guys. But I continuously watch people who decide to stay poor every day, and it sucks. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I talk to people every single day that make under $100,000. Guess who used to make under 100K? Me. And it sucked. And let me tell you why. Because when I put peanut butter back because I didn't have enough money, I had to calculate the taxes. It sucked. Sleeping on an air mattress, waking up on the ground, it sucked. But what I've learned, because I came from the poorest county in Iowa, I've had family members still live off welfare. And now being where I'm at and today, being med device sales, have the commission checks of 20, 30 plus K. I've learned a lot, and here's the difference. And I've done this before, but hopefully it hits somebody new this time. The difference between rich people and poor people is a poor person will never spend $1,000 because it's too much money. A rich person will happily pay $10,000 if they know they can make $10,000 return on investment. Poor people think emotionally. Rich people think logically. The poor person will never pay $1,000 because it's too much money. Oh, what if it doesn't work for me? Oh my gosh. But the logical person will be like, do I believe this will work? Do I believe I can get my return? Do I believe that it does what it says it does? Great. If that's the case, here we go. Bam. That's the difference between rich people and poor people. And every single day I get to watch people who stay stuck, stay poor. And they're like, no, but what if I can get in and I save the money? You don't even know what to do if you got in. You don't even know how to run a launch with a doctor. You don't even know how to do a conversion. You don't even know how to run a trade at SPD. And I said half that stuff, and you're like, what the heck is that? It goes back to my whole point. But the people who continuously invest in themselves and get with people that are smarter and already have done it and been able to show that they can do it, that's the difference. Because if you guys go back, I did a webinar 2 weeks ago with Omar Khatib. It's on our new medical device sales page. We literally talk about it. It's why do you get a mentor? Omar's one of my mentors. I have multiple mentors because I just know they'll save me time and money. They save me a lot of headaches. So the reason I'm making today's podcast is because if you're one of the few people who continuously hit your head against the wall, you've been trying for 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 months, it's not that you ain't trying hard enough. You're just doing stuff wrong. Oh, I talked to one rep at Stryker. I talked to one person and they told me do this. And I'm like, great, are you in a final? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, then it didn't work. Because I just say, and let you guys know this, I do this literally every day. We literally get people hired every single day. But you're going to go talk to reps and managers and all this stuff that they don't even get people hired once a month, once a year. They've only got themselves hired. But they're going to be like, oh, go get sales experience. Oh, I'll reach out to this recruiter. That's not going to work. So the reason I'm just telling you guys that is like, when you finally get yourself to stop hitting your head against the wall, you'll have success. Because going back to everything I'm saying, the only reason I'm this successful and the reason I've been able to grow and have success that I documented the whole journey so you guys can see it is because I got around people who were smarter than me. I got into rooms with people who were making more money than me. I got mentors who had already achieved what I was trying to achieve and they had shown proof that they can teach it to me. It comes from Ted Lasso and I absolutely love it. A good mentor hopes you move on. A great mentor knows you'll move on. A job as me as a coach, a job as me as a mentor is to help you get to where I was way faster than I did it. And then set you up in your life way quicker so you can go have more success. That's a great mentor and that's what they focus on. It's not ego driven. It's not to be like, oh, I did more than you. It's actually taking out all the ego and be like, I hope when you come to me, I make you there faster, even quicker than I did it. That's how most people don't think. That's why they stay broke. It's why they stay poor because everyone's trying to save a buck. When you finally invest in you, you'll finally change your life. The first step that you guys are doing it's right now. Listen to a podcast. It's amazing. That's how I did it. I started with podcast. And I remember buying my first course for $3,000 when I had 8K. And I talked to my family and got their opinions on it. And they all told me I shouldn't do it. It's probably a scam. Won't work. None of those people make over 100K. I decided not to listen. I bet on me. Return that investment in the first 30 days. The reason I'm saying that is sometimes you got to bet on you and go against from what you know, because this is what I'll end today with. Don't take advice from people that you don't want to live their life. If you want to do what the other people you talk to and that's just what you want to live, great, do that. Because I'll sit here and tell you, you guys get on calls with reps that are number 48 in the nation and you're taking their advice. You don't even know where they're at. But because they work at some big company, you're like, oh, you must be amazing. You take their advice. It's like they just got themselves hired and they're not even performing. But you guys will take their advice. I have people tell me all the time, well, my mom, and I'm like, hey, in the nicest possible way, your mom or dad, do they make 150K? No. Okay, so what are they going to teach you about making 150K? They can't. Your parents don't even know what med device sales is. So what are they going to tell you? Of course, like I say this all the time. So you're talking to about a random man on the internet who knows about med device sales and they have a program that costs money. What do you think they're going to say? They're going to tell you, hell no. Because they don't even know what it is. They don't even know what med device sales is. They don't even know how much money you can make. But yet you're going to go take advice from them. My mom told me I should go be an OT, go into $150,000 of debt to make $60,000, $70,000 a year because it was safe. Guess who didn't do that? Me. Because guess who knew who they had to work for the next 10 years and pay off all the 150Ks of loans? Me. I went against the grain. And because I did that, because I bet on me, I did my research. I was a grown adult. And that's one thing I'm just going to end with you. If you are 22, 24, 28, and you got to go talk to mommy and daddy, grow up. Like really grow up. If you're 26 years old and you're like, mommy, what do you think I should do? You could be in the military. 26, you're supposed to be like, you could be married, you have kids, whatever the thing is. Like, what the heck are we talking about? Because all these people go to their parents and ask their parents for opinions, but they don't even want to do what their parents are doing. They don't want to live the life their parents are living. Hence why they're trying to do stuff like this and get away from it. But then you're going to go ask them for advice. Let me just make your life. Yeah, oh, because you trust them. And I trust you. That's great. But let me just make you have this realized for you. That's the equivalent of me going to a homeless person and saying, how do I make millions of dollars? They don't know. What advice are they going to give me? That's what I'm just saying to all you guys. If you go talk to your parents that aren't in med device sales and they haven't helped thousands of people break into med device sales, I don't know if I'd listen. If you go talk to people about like, hey, how do I make money? And they're not making money, I don't know if I'd listen. But I trust them. Great. I trust my mom. I love my mom. I think my family's great. But I didn't take financial advice from them because they weren't in the financial spots I wanted to be in my life. I just hope this is helpful to somebody because don't take advice from people you don't want to be like. Don't take advice, even if they're family. Like everyone else is going to tell you how to go live your life, but they don't even live their own life that they want to. But too many of you guys are seeking external validation from other people because the amount of human beings that's the best that I have is when they're like, my parents told me not to do this, but this is what I want, so I'm doing it. And then 6 weeks later, we get them hired at over 100K and now they make more money than their parents. One of our guys right now, I think too, that comes to mind when I got on the call with him, he was literally crying because he's 25. He was such a hungry dude and he made under $50,000 a year. And he was so scared. And he's like, I don't want to keep working all this and I don't want to end up like my family and I don't want to do this. And I said, you're going to go talk to your parents and they're going to say it's a scam. They're going to tell you not to do it. And they're going to tell you blah, blah, blah. I got back on that call and he said, they said everything you said they were going to say. Goes back to rich people, poor people. That's why I can call people on all the stuff that's about to get said or what they're thinking or all that, because I've been there. Still have family members that live there. And so the reason I'm just saying that at some point you have to make a decision for you and where you want to get to. And just understand if you don't know something, maybe it's time to ask. Hopefully this was helpful for you all. Hopefully you can understand that if you guys are getting 1 or 2 interviews, that's amazing. I'm proud of you. That's exciting. But also, if it's not going past the 2nd round, 3rd round, 5th round, whatever it is, and you've been trying for 2, 3, 4, 5 plus months, you talking to 18 more reps to have 18 more different pieces of advice, it's really probably not going to change much. And that's what I would sit here and tell you guys. The only reason I'm at where I'm at today is because I've gotten mentors and I've continued to check myself. Because just when I think I'm doing good, guess what? I realize there's someone way smarter than me that makes way more money, that's way more fit, all the stuff. There's always someone smarter, better looking, who makes more money and has more than you. If you want to continue to progress, you go find those people. So hopefully this was helpful. If you guys can press the like and subscribe button, it would really help us grow this channel. If you feel like this can be helpful to someone, please send it to them. I just want you guys to know when I have these real talks with you, I hope they just hit how I want them to hit and just having you guys really focus on you and changing your life. Because the reason I do this, like I say, hopefully I can be like Big Brother, Uncle Jacob, whatever it is. But I sat there for years being broke as heck, having no help, trying to reach out to my family who none of my parents made more than 60K in their life. And I'm trying to take financial advice from them. And it wasn't until I got out here to Scottsdale, found people that were literally making millions of dollars and started asking their advice. They were nice enough to share it with me. They started sharing things like this: pay for your education, pay in investing in yourself, get around people you want to be around that have been able to prove it. Don't act like you know everything. The only reason I talk so confident about all this is I've done it with thousands of people. I do it every day. I'm not guessing. There's other stuff you can go ask me about. Crypto, all that stuff. I ain't saying nothing. I don't know. But when I do know this, I know it. And I'm going to talk to it. And hopefully it's just helping you guys not only change how you're thinking about interview process and stuff, but also just changing how you think about life. I just want you guys to be successful. I want you to go after your goals and I want you to achieve them. But if you're 28 years old and you're still looking for mom and dad's approval, we got to start having checks in the mirror. So hope this was helpful. Hope you guys have a great week. Get after it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.